Assalamu alaikum, my dear students and viewers. I hope that you are all well by the grace of Almighty. You are well physically and mentally. And I also hope that you are passing your time in an effective way in reading and writing, in solving your academic problems. I like to be introduced with you at the very beginning of my class, possibly from your elder brothers and sisters. You might have heard my name. I am Muhammad Anisar Rahman, your English teacher. At first, I like to give you the introduction of my department. You will get 6 other teachers from our department, and one after another, they will come to take your class. Dear freshers, I want to say you welcome to my class, and at the beginning of my class, I like to say you thanks as you have chosen our institution for studying in HSC level. In fact, at the same time, I want to convey my salam and gratefulness to your parents as they have sent you for studying in our college. Dear students, I want to assure you that your selection was right. As the institution, you have chosen Government Alimuddin College for this level. Moreover, I want to say thanks, and I am grateful to the government of Bangladesh, because the government has taken proper step and timely step to deliver your classes in online system. You know it well that the world is now passing a critical moment due to the pandemic COVID-19 situation. And I hope that you are all maintaining the rules of health and you are all staying at your home following the rules of health. Dear students, it is my first class. Like every session, I cannot start my class today because we are not in normal time. In fact, in my beginning class, in my inaugurating class, I felt much enjoyment, much pleasure when I get the freshers in front of me. But we are all forced, we are all bound to live further, to live alien, to maintain the situation. And I am hopeful to Almighty that very soon we will be able to come together and we will be able to start our class as before. But till then, as in near future we cannot come together, we will try our best to deliver our classes in online system, and I expect that you will be benefited if you follow the classes which are being taken and delivered for your betterment, for your welfare. And as you are my dear students, I want you to use your time properly sitting at your home. And for your academic progress, our college has taken decision to deliver the classes in online system. Dear students, as today I will give you the introduction about my English textbook. By this time, I hope that you all have bought your textbook, English for Today. Especially in English first paper class, you must bring about your textbook, because in the classes, I discuss the textbook, and from our discussion, we try to go to other discussions which are related to our learning. But as you are not in front of me, as you are in distant places staying at your home, I want to give you some suggestions how you should go through the text. I will give you some tips, some pieces of advice about how you should proceed on your textbook. If you have not yet collected your textbook, very soon you must buy your English textbook. And at your home, at least every day, you have to choose a passage containing 15 or 20 sentences. At first, you have to go through the passages again and again, at least 3 or 4 times. After reading the passages, you will try to find out some difficult words which seem to be difficult in pronunciation and in spelling as well, and at the same time in meaning. After reading the text, you will identify those very words and try to write it down to your notebook or khata. Every year, I start the class, the class for the freshers, face to face, but this year there is some exception because of pandemic situation. That is why I want to suggest you how you can make your time effective at your home. Let us come to the text first. Today, I want to mention your first lesson from first unit. Your first unit is entitled with People or Institutions Making History. Dear viewers and learners, you know that before starting a class, there is a warm-up session. And what we do in the warm-up session? In fact, in the warm-up session, before entering the main passages, a teacher will ask you some questions on your general knowledge. For example, if I want to start this lesson in your class, how will I start? At first, I want to know some other institutions or some other persons which and who are famous for different reasons. So, I hope that you are able to mention the names of some institutions and some persons which are and who are remarkable for many different reasons in our country and outside the country and worldwide. If you sit in front of me, I instantly want to or ask you to say the names of some persons, but as you are not in front of me, you will try yourself whether you are able to say the names of some persons or not. Here, we will start reading the passage. The name of the passage is The Unforgettable Story. At first, you will take the textbook in your hand, putting it on your table. You select the passage that you will read this passage and you will try to find out the problems and you will try to find out the solutions from the passage. Today, as it is my first class with you, it's the first class of your first day, I like to read the passages in front of you. Just you will follow me at your home. My brothers, I stand before you today with a heart overflowing with grief. You are fully aware of the events that are going on and understanding their import. We have been trying to do our best to cope with the situation. And yet, unfortunately, the streets of Dhaka, Chittagong, Khulna, Rajshahi and Rangpur are awash with the blood of our brothers. The people of Bengal now want to be free. The people of Bengal now want to live. And the people of Bengal now want their rights. What have we done that was wrong? After the elections, the people of Bangladesh voted as one for me and for the Awami League. We were to sit in the National Assembly, draft a constitution for ourselves there, and build our country. The people of this land would thereby get economic, political, and cultural freedom. But it is with regret that I have to report to you today that we have passed through 23 tragic years. Bengal's history of those years is full of stories of torture inflicted on our people, of bloodshed by them repeatedly. 23 years of a history of men and women in agony. For instance, I have just finished reading the passages. Then what will you do after reading the passages? When you finish reading the passages, you will try to find out some words to practice your vocabulary. Now, I want to write some words which we will discuss to enrich our vocabulary. In fact, your text will give you everything. You will be able to know all the structures, all the ingredients and items from the text, and how we will solve the text now. For example, on our reading, I want to chalk out some words here, like before. Then overflowing. Then grief. Then our. Then people. Then free. Then election. These are some words which I have taken from your text. Now I want to discuss the vocabulary of these words, how you can gather some more information from these words. Suppose before. The students, I don't know whether you are understanding my English or not, but for your understanding, for your welfare, sometimes I may speak Bangla as well. Remember that you know before as conjunction. If I want to make you a sentence using before, in most cases you write the sentence, the patient had died before the doctor came. That is a memorized sentence, and most of the students use this sentence. But for your understanding, for getting information more, I want to say that this before may be used in many other places as well. For example, in your text, this before is used. This before is used as preposition. Because here in this text, the before means in front of you. In front of you. In front of you. In front of is a prepositional phrase. So here before is used in front of you. That means সম্মুখে. The speaker, the father of the nation, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, is delivering his lecture in front of the audience, and he is delivering in this way: I stand before you. That means I stand in front of you. So here, if we discuss before means in front of you. And in how many places, in other places we use before? আমরা দেখি যে আর কোন কোন জায়গায় আমরা before ব্যবহার করে থাকি. If you think a little more, you will be able to know the uses of before in other functions, in other formations as well. For example, if I write the sentence, the thief fled, the thief had fled away before police came. Look at the sentence. Here is also a before, but this before and this before is not same. Here before plays the role of a preposition, but here before plays the role of a conjunction. Can conjunction? Because this before has added two different sentences, I mean two clauses into one, and makes the sentence complex. So here before is used as conjunction. Here before is used as preposition, because here before means in front of you. Again, let us discuss before. If I write a sentence like this, I saw you long before. Now think this before. This before indicates a time. যে আমি তোমাকে অনেক দিন পূর্বে দেখেছি. Here before refers to the time. You know well in your school classes, in your school lessons, possibly you might have heard from your teachers that if the sentence refers to the time, if the action refers to the time, it means adverb. So here before is used as adverb. All right. So if we think a little more regarding a word, we will be able to know many other functions and uses of word. This is the way how we can enrich our vocabulary. Now let us come overflowing. We have a common belief that if any word is added with ing, we think it a continuous tense. But you will be glad to know that an word, that means a word adding ing, that means a verb adding ing may be of 4 different items, 4 different titles. Which are these? Verb plus ing, this is the structure. একটা ভার্ব যুক্ত, একটা আইএনজি যুক্ত ভার্ব কি কি হতে পারে? If you think a little more, words will come to you. verb plus ing. For example, read plus ing, reading. এই যে read plus ing করলাম আমরা, reading হলো। If anybody pronounces the word reading, a common thought comes to us that it is continuous tense, but it doesn't mean that reading is only used as continuous tense. This reading may be of different things. What is this? What are these? First, reading may be continuous. Suppose if I write a sentence like it, in fact, I am discussing now vocabulary from your text. Vocabulary. If I write sentence like it, my sister is reading a novel. Okay. Here reading is in continuous form, no doubt. You are all right that reading is in continuous form. But if I write a sentence like this, reading novel is my hobby. Here reading is used as subject. So when any ing word, ing verb comes in place of subject, in place of object, after preposition, we will say it gerund. Now here reading is gerund. Here verb plus continuous, but here gerund. But if this reading is used in front of noun and modifies the noun, it may be another thing. What is this? Now, if I want to write a sentence like, we should have a reading habit. Here reading is used before a noun, habit. Habit is noun. Here reading is used as the pre-modifier of noun. Here the ing word has pre-modified the noun habit. So we know that an adjective is used in different places, and especially an adjective is used as complement to subject, as pre-modifier of noun and post-modifier of noun. Here reading is used as pre-modifier of noun habit. So if the ing word comes in place of modifier, that means if it modifies a noun, we will call it present participle. So, dear students, I hope that you have understood my lessons, that if we think a word, if we try to use the word in different situations and different functions, our vocabulary must be developed step by step. So on our reading the pages, just I have discussed two words only, before and overflowing. Now, in place of reading, I want to write a sentence with overflowing. Here, the word overflowing is used as present participle. Why present participle? Now look at the text. I want to read the sentence again. I stand before you today with a heart overflowing. This overflowing is post-modifying the word heart. Heart is in noun form. You know heart is in noun form, and this overflowing word directly modifies the word heart. That is why Here overflowing is used as a post modifier, and as it is used as a post modifier, we can say it an adjective, and adjective means present participle. So your overflowing is used as present participle. I have given the example using the word reading because you know this word very clearly. It is very common word. At the same time, if we discuss grief, grief means sorrow, dukkho, kasto. Dear viewers and students, in every lesson, you will get wide scope to enrich your vocabulary, mentioning or issuing a word. Suppose grief. What is the synonym of grief? Many of you may not know the meaning of grief, but I mean maximum of you know the meaning of sorrow. Sorrow, isn't it? Many of you know the meaning of sorrow. But if you know sorrow, sorrow is synonymous to grief. And if we think more, we can bring about another word, sadness. Sadness. This is a common word. So grief, sorrow, sadness. These are the synonymous words. What is synonym? Synonym means the word having the same meaning. Other words having the same meaning. So the word grief synonymizes sorrow, sadness. And if we think more regarding this word, sorrow, noun form. This is noun form. What is the adjective form of sorrow? We commonly use this word, sorry. Sometimes or at times or now and then or in different situations we use sorry. So this sorry word has come from sorrow. Sorry is adjective and sorry is noun. And if we think more, we can bring other words from sorry. If we want to say it, use it in the place of adverb, we can make sorrily. Sorrily, that is the adverb form. Sorrily. So what are the sources? What is the main source of the word grief? So from grief we have come to sorrow, then we go to sadness, and from sorrow we come to sorry, then sorrily. So these are the ways you can develop your vocabulary. Again, if we think the word sadness, how many words we may produce from this word? Sadness is a noun form of sad. Sad is adjective. Sadness is noun. And from sad, you may go sadly, adding a suffix. And from sad, you may go sadden, adding en. So sad is adjective, sadly is adverb, and sadden is verb, and sadness is noun. So think now and look at the board. How many words you may bring thinking only on one word? So in this way you can enrich your vocabulary. Dear students, I hope that you must keep your lesson practice on at your home, and if you keep on practice in this way, certainly within a very short time your English will develop. Now let us come to aware. Very common word in our everyday life. We use this word in different situations. Suppose I am aware of my duty. He is not aware of his health. My father is aware of us. So this is aware. In which form is it in? It is in adjective form. Adjective. So if we want to make it noun, we have to add a suffix, that is ness, awareness. So if we add ness, then it will be noun. And if we want to make it adverb, then we will just add ly, awarely. So from this aware, we can bring other words just out of our thinking. That is why I want to tell you that you should not waste your time at home. Every day, as in near future, we may not be able to come together in our face-to-face class. At the very beginning of my class, I am giving you the suggestion that in this way you will go on and you will try your best to find out the vocabulary and develop your vocabulary. Then let us come to the sentence structure. After practicing vocabulary, in the second stage, in the third stage, in the first stage we have gone through the text. In the second stage, we try to find out some vocabulary, and in the third stage, we will go through the text again and try to find out the sentence structure. If you were in front of me, I would directly ask you the question, but as you are not in front of me, I want to give you suggestion how you will proceed on. Now, I stand before you today with a heart overflowing with grief. Here, what type of sentence is it? It is an assertive sentence. It is an assertive sentence, and in regard of a structure, it is a simple sentence. Many of you may think that, sir, here is a before, so it may be complex sentence. But this before is a conjunction. This before is preposition. So this sentence is simple. It is in simple structure. And in regard of tense, in which tense is it the sentence? The sentence is in present indefinite tense, because we actually find out tense washing the verb. Here verb is in present form. So this sentence is in present tense. You are fully aware of the events. You are fully aware of the events that we are going on and understand their import. Dear viewers, look at the sentence. You are fully aware of the events that are going on and understand their import. If you are in front of me, I must try to ask you the question, but as you are not with me, I want to say that what type of sentence is it? At first, in regard of a structure, it is a complex compound sentence. You know that, possibly you have heard in your school days that there are 4 types of sentences according to structure. According to structures, there are 4 types of sentences. What are these? Simple, compound, complex, and complex compound. What is the spelling of come? This come. Complex, compound. And why is this sentence complex compound? Now look at the structure. You are fully aware of the events. This is the principal clause. That you are going on. That are going on. That is subordinate clause. And understand their import. That is coordinate clause. So here in this sentence, we have 3 different clauses. One is principal, other is the second one is subordinate clause, and the third one is coordinating clause. And these 3 clauses add together and make a sentence, and that is complex compound sentence. Now, in which tense is this sentence? Dear friends and viewers and my dear students, many of you have a traditional belief that if there is am is are, most of the students think that it is present continuous tense. But here we have also are. You may think that this is the continuous tense, but certainly not. If the be verb, that means if the be verb am is are is used as the principal verb in any sentence, this sentence is called present simple, that means present indefinite tense. Here this are is not our auxiliary verb. Here this are is finite verb, that means main verb. But most of you think that am is are means auxiliary verb. So from this very day, you should not think that in all places, in all cases, am is are is auxiliary verb. Here are is principal verb. So as here are is used as principal verb, this sentence is in present simple tense, present indefinite tense. Now, the subordinate clause starts with that are going on. This clause is in present continuous tense, because here is also are, but after are there is an ing verb. So you can say this clause as present continuous tense. and understand their import. Understand is in present form, so the coordinate clause is also in present simple. That means the whole sentence is in present indefinite tense, the principal clause is in present tense, the subordinate clause is in present continuous tense, and the coordinate clause is in present indefinite tense. The third sentence, we have been trying to do our best to cope with the situation. We have been trying to do our best with to cope with the situations. We have been trying. Now, dear viewers, think, which is the auxiliary verb that is used here? Have been. And you know it well that in your school you learned several times that have been and has been is used as the auxiliary verb of present perfect continuous tense. So, seeing the auxiliary verb have been, we can say that this sentence is in present perfect continuous tense. So, in this way, you will find out the structure of sentences. And if you follow this process, I honestly believe that your vocabulary and sentence structure will develop. And a day will come when you will be able to know good English. And anyhow, our main goal should be to achieve command on the 4 different skills like reading, speaking, writing, and listening. Dear friends, actually, we should learn English not for passing in the exam or not getting a certificate. Actually, we should learn English to be expert in all these 4 skills. And at the end of my class, I want to suggest you that sitting at your home, of course, in every day, you will try to go through a text, a passage of 15 or 20 lines or 20 sentences. Then after reading the passages, you will come to your notebook in this way. At first, you will try to find out some difficult words in your notebook, and you will think about the word. You will think the synonyms, the antonyms, the other functions, the other formations of the word, and then you will try to find out the structure of the sentence. And inshallah, if you do in this way, if you do accordingly, your English will develop. And as time is limited, I hope that you will stay at your home, and without any special purpose, you will never come out of your home. And if you have to come out in any purpose, you must keep your mask upon your face to save yourselves and to save your family as well. And from the I hope that in my next class, if Allah keeps me alive, and as well as if Allah keep you alive, we will be able to meet together again, inshallah, in the next class. And in the next class, I will try to go ahead with the other parts of the passages. Thank you very much. See you, inshallah, next class.